Main
The man Garda says she believes murdered Veronica Guerin. The minister says the people must have their say on the substantive issue of abortion. In the aftermath of the Luxor massacre, the Egyptian Interior Minister resigns. And the south and southeast take the brunt of the damage from the torrential rain. Good evening and welcome. Garda has told the Special Criminal Court that she believes the journalist Veronica Guerin was murdered by a suspected drugs dealer, Patrick Eugene Holland. Garda Marion Cusack, who arrested Holland at Dun Laoghaire in April this year, was giving evidence at the opening of his trial. He is charged with possessing drugs with intent to supply others. He has denied the charge.
There was heavy security around the Special Criminal Court today when Patrick Eugene Holland arrived for his trial on a charge of possession of cannabis with intent to supply between October 1995 and October 1996. He was arrested on April 9th of this year at Dun Laoghaire Port under Section 30 of the Offences Against the State Act on suspicion of the unlawful possession of a firearm at the junction of the Naas Road and Boot Lane on June 26, 1996. The arresting Garda, Marion Cusack, said she'd formed the opinion that he was the man who had shot Veronica Guerin on the same date. The first steps in the jigsaw leading to Holland's arrest began last October when Gardaí raided a lockup at the Greenmount Industrial Estate in Dublin. Prosecuting counsel Peter Charlton described the lockup as a drugs distribution centre on a massive scale. Gardaí found sufficient cannabis to make 470,000 cannabis cigarettes. They also seized 67 blank driving licences and sheets of paper with names, nicknames and figures. One of the names was The Wig, and the court heard this was a nickname used by Holland. The figures referred to drug quantities. 4 months later, the Gardaí raided the home of Angela and Patrick Holland at Brishes Bay in County Wicklow. The superintendent who issued the warrant said he was reasonably satisfied that the firearm used in the murder of Veronica Guerin was to be found there. Gardaí did find 2 blank driving licences similar to those discovered in the Greenmount lockup. The court heard that Charles Bowden, who had rented the lockup using the alias Paul Conroy, will give evidence for the prosecution. Charles Bowden was the first person placed on a Garda witness protection programme established as part of the investigation into Veronica Guerin's death. He's serving a 6-year sentence for drugs and firearms offences. Bowden will identify Patrick Eugene Holland as the man known as the Wig and say he met him in the context of the drug distribution operation. He'll say that Holland took drug deliveries on a fairly regular basis for distribution to his own network of users and small-time pushers. The deliveries were arranged at a hotel off the Naas Road and other locations, including 2 bars. The prosecution say the operation of the Greenmount lockup was motivated by greed and profit at the expense of the people of Ireland, and Patrick Eugene Holland was part of that operation. The trial continues tomorrow. Mary Wilson, RTE News, the Special Criminal Court.
The parents of the